welcome to the Tasmanian Premier League Soccer Show. My co-host tonight is Ken Morton, who is the coach of South Hobart, and our special guest tonight is Farrel, the coach of Hobart Olympic. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Good evening, Walter.
The first game we're going to go into is Glenorchy Knights against the reigning champions Tilford Zebras. This is a very important game, Ken, and you would have been watching with great interest.
It was a key game, probably the key game of the round. Two sides who are vying for the top position now, so both have a lot of experience in the teams and are playing good football.
Farrel, your team is second on the ladder now, so you would have been watching this closely too.
Well, I mean, especially how we've got a game against the Knights coming up in the next two games. It was interesting to see the new players that Knights have picked up throughout this last couple of weeks and how they play.
How do you rate the Brazilian, Igor?
He's getting better week by week. He's got good speed. I think he's starting to gel a bit better with his players.
Ken, another new player they've got is the young lad Edward Goomer from Metro Claremont. Have you seen much of him?
I have seen a little bit of him. He looks a little bit sharp, he's bright, he's got a good eye for the goal, and he adds a bit of pace up front to the Glenorchy Knights team.
The Knights ended up winning this one 4-3, but there was a little bit of controversy in the game. We can see the first goal by Igor coming up here, hesitation in the Zebras' defence, and he just slots it home. How do you rate him, Ken?
I think he's a bright player. I've seen him play on the left-hand side where he's been quite good at going down the line and getting the crosses in, but I think he might be more beneficial to the team if he just plays behind the front player because he's got a good eye for the goal.
We just saw Ricky Self getting a yellow card there, and that's a brilliant goal by Self there, but he was shown a yellow card which proved crucial later in the match because he was incorrectly sent off when he got a second yellow. What do you think of that, Farrel?
It's hard to say. I mean, as you said, the numbers do get mixed up, but by now the linesman and referee should know the players. So there really shouldn't be that mix-up with two yellow cards. There's
a second goal by Begovic, Ken, with a free kick. They seem to have some pretty good set-piece routines.
Yeah, the Knights have got a lot of good experienced players. Begovic and Phelan have been around a long time and they played in championship winning teams. And they're obviously very experienced players. Desalia at the back is experienced, and that experience will start to show as they start to gel together with the new players like Wiggins, Gomez and Igor.
We just saw the equaliser there at 2-2 by Croswell, the league's leading scorer, and then Hoogesloot put them in front again with a deflected shot. There was a bit of controversy on the Zebras bench too, and Nicola Poller was eventually sent behind the fence. You're a coach, Ken. Does it get pretty hectic and nerve-wracking on the bench?
I think it can do, especially in tight games like that where the scores were seesawing from one team to the other, so the coaches do get wound up in the atmosphere of the game as well, and the crowd can get intense, so yeah, there's pressures on the coaches.
We've been working on consistency over the week at training, and finally we've played 90 minutes of football, so totally happy with it. We're starting to get a bit of momentum up now. That's 5 games in a row for the boys, and yeah, and now we're going to be the hunted from now on. I don't know about going from here, but we'll take it week on week and bring on Clarence next week, and yeah, we like to be the underdogs and not respected, so yeah, we earned some respect tonight. It's the first time we've won a game against a team higher on the ladder.
In the end, the nature of the way we lost, I give full credit to the way the Knights played. Igor tore us apart, and they deserve the win, but yeah, I won't comment any further on the other incidents.
So the Knights won that one 4-3. We now move into our next game, which is South Hobart against Kingborough. We must apologise here for the technical quality of the film. The colours aren't quite what they should be. So it's South Hobart at home against Kingborough Lions United. Ken, your team started very well in this game.
Yeah, it was a good game, Walter. I thought Kingborough Lions did start well themselves. They played quite ferociously. They were playing quick football. They were closing us down in midfield. And in the first 10-15 minutes they gave us a good battle. Upton in the middle of the park was dominating the ball for them, and it was only when we went a little bit tighter on them with Tommy Roach that we started to get a lot of the ball ourselves. We're always confident in the game that we might exploit them at the back. They've been making mistakes, and we were able to capitalise on a couple of those mistakes early in the game.
Farrel, what are your thoughts on Kingborough Lions? They seem to be the comeback specialists, but they didn't come back in this game.
No, they seem to be lacking a couple of players. I mean, I know Charlie White's been out injured, and I believe young Adam Hinkley wasn't playing either, who's got two good feet and can do things with the ball a little bit different than most other players. But yeah, they seem to always have to come back, and it's going to take the toll sooner or later.
What are your thoughts on that goal? A chip from the left wing by David Abbott, the keeper at the near post, and it dropped into the far corner.
Those goals happen. I mean, unfortunately, goalkeepers don't predict those sort of things. And it's one of those freaks of nature, really is. I've seen them go in, I've seen them hit the crossbar, I've seen them go over the top. It's just, yep, it does or it doesn't.
Ken, young Jonathan Lowe, the captain of your side, did very well in scoring a hat-trick.
Yeah, I've been happy with John's performances this season. We've moved him off the flank and given him a little bit of a free role in behind Billy Gaspanatis, and he started to relish in that role. He gets between midfielders and the defensive line, and he picks the ball up, and he's got the skill to run at people, and he's got a good eye for picking a little through pass as well. So he's made a good job of it.
And Ken, I believe you've got a great deal of admiration for Kingborough's Gary Upton.
Yeah,
You'd like him on your side, wouldn't you?
I would like him in the middle of my midfield, yeah. He's a very tenacious player, but not only has he got a physical presence, he's got a good eye for the pass as well. He can spread the ball wide and open the game up, and he certainly caused us problems early in this game.
Farrel, your side won 4-2 today, so you'd be happy with that result?
Happy with the result, happy with the second half. Troona are a vastly improving team very quickly. They're improving their defence out of side.
Yeah, very disappointing. Really disappointing from the point of view that we probably didn't give ourselves an opportunity to even have a go at them, really. We started brightly for the first probably 5 or 6 minutes, which is not a very long period of time, and not long enough to if you're going to try and beat sides as good as South Hobart.
We got at them and got at the game, and I was really happy with our performance today. I thought we defended well, we nullified their key players, and we looked exceptional up front today. I thought they started very brightly. They looked sharp and bright and mobile, and Upton was causing us a lot of problems with his probe and runs, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. He sees good passes and he can make them. But we had a spell where I put Rochi on him man for man just for 15-20 minutes, and that seemed to, they lost the tempo then, and we started to get into the game.